Welcome to another mystery beer. This is a really special one because we at the Dutch Beer Collective are not only here. We got a special guest. It's George. He is from the Moorsleutel because we are drinking a beer from the Moorsleutel. This is one is from the Advent calendar, and it's a mystery beer. And the funny thing about this one is you can scan the QR code and you will go to a page and you will find, I think, the background of the beer as well on the page, and you can find more stuff about this one. So Mr. Beer, what we're gonna do is most of you, if you view Mr. Beers on our YouTube channels, what we do is we trying to guess the beer according to the color, the smell, how it looks, and we trying to guess what's in it, what kind of style it is, what the ABV is. That's not really hard on this one, but and we also try to guess the brewer, which is not really hard on this one as well. But yeah,
I'm guessing Schwinkels or.
No,
no, sorry, harsh joke.
It could be a collab. It could be a collab.
Actually, that could be. That is a good point.
That's true. Yeah, that's also a possibility, of course. Yeah. So let's crack it open and pour it in a glass.
Can I quickly read the story time on the back? Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I like this one. It says Mystery Beer Advent exclusive. Inspired by the mystery beer reviews from the Dutch Beer Collective, we introduce to you our very first mystery beer. Keep an eye on that, people. First mystery beer. No name, no design, no ingredients shown. Exclusively brewed for our Advent 2022. Can you guess what style beer this is and what ingredients are used? Scan the QR code to find out. Now, we're releasing this on Saturday, December the 3rd, which is the date that this should be in your calendar. So this should also be the date that all the information is going to be dropped on the website. There's no way for anybody to find out anything in advance. The only thing we know is the ABV, which is a very humble, a very shy, a very mellow 11%.
Oh my God. Yeah, it is.
I took this out of the fridge about an hour ago, and it's still kind of chilly, so I hope that's going to be okay.
And it couldn't be a better day than Saturday, Mystery Beer Day.
Yeah.
Saturday Mystery Beer Day. That is, George, is there anything you want to tell us before we start this beer, or?
Yeah, the QR code series was an idea, I guess, trying to stimulate people drinking beer without looking at the label first, just be impressed by the beer as you crack open the can. What do you smell first? What are the aromas as you pour? What color the beer is? How's the foam coloring, pouring? All that will give you your own sensation of the beer and not be influenced by label, style, story, ABV, and some other things that usually biases us when we're trying beers. And I think this is the more structured way of just having a beer. Here's a glass. What do you think? What you can find? And I think it's a great experiment. Ferdy was doing a lot of blind tastings at the brewery, and that was also an inspiration of trying to pass those tests along to the consumer as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So the moment we have been waiting for, I think we got these beers in 3 weeks ago or so, guys. Do you remember?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we're kind of really stoked. Can we?
Should we count down?
That's cricket.
All right. Here we go. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay.
That is thick. That has a weird color to it. And a good weird, by the way.
Damn. Look at the head, guys.
That's a wonderful. I noticed my video is a bit laggy, so I hope it's all okay for you guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's a thick-looking beer.
I'm going to say something straight ahead. The way that poured, I know everybody wants to say stout. The way that poured, I don't think this is a stout. I don't know yet, but that looks phenomenal. That looks phenomenal. Jorge, don't you have the George? Don't you have the beer?
No, I'm actually drinking my own mystery beer. So I brought a can without a label from the brewery.
Oh,
I was pretty sure it was something, and then I find out it was something else. So I got myself tricked here too. So I wasn't feeding the team tonight as well. So
Well, let's just. It looks like a thick beer. It's got a thick foamy head.
Yeah. Very dark brown, almost black.
Yeah.
in the glass, it's pretty dark. I do think it's a Russian Imperial Stout or Imperial Stout.
Yeah.
You do think?
My first opinion is that too. It's a nice head also.
Yeah, the head is amazing.
Nice
I
bottle.
want to
foamy.
make clear that at this point, I don't know which beer you guys are having. So that's
How many
also
of
a
these-
funny part
how-
for me.
How many of these beers did you guys brew so far?
Just two. We have some other plans coming out soon, but package two of those. So it's a 50% chance, my guess is.
Okay.
It's probably going to be okay. It's probably gonna be okay. You guys want to go take a little bit of the nose?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Okay. Let's see what this does.
Oh,
Oh,
nutty.
Nutty.
a little bit peanuts, I think. What do you think, Thomas?
Chocolatey.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Coffee.
Yeah.
It's
More
definitely
like
praline.
More like a mocha vibe.
Mocha. Yeah. Coffee people.
You can dig that.
That's got like a mocha praline. But there's something else. There's something else here.
Yeah, that's sweet. It smells
What
sweet.
is that? That is very sweet.
I will keep on saying that it smells something nutty. Some
Yeah.
nuts.
It's got like nuts, praline, chocolate. So it's like a hazelnut praline.
Yeah.
Hazelnut.
Don't give anything away yet, George. But are you sort of already aware of what beer this probably is?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like, oh yeah, definitely. I know.
This is the end
So
of the
that could mean that this beer, the second beer, is a completely different mystery beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Saying anything, but
It is. It is.
So
Oh, okay.
there
Okay.
are two mystery beers in the calendar for
Yes.
Oh,
There will
right.
be
There we
a
go.
second one later in the box. Yes.
all right.
Okay, so
so this smells a kind of pastry,
Yeah.
pastry-ish to me. Like Thomas said, chocolatey.
I also smell a little bit of a roasty coffee component.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce or is it just the same? Marzipan?
Marzipan.
Yeah. Marzipan.
Marzipan.
Yeah.
So I have a sneaking suspicion, but I could be wrong. But I have a sneaking suspicion about something, and we're gonna figure that one out when we're tasting it. So,
But, George,
do you want to go? You guys, sorry, yeah, you go ahead, Randy.
George, can you say if it's a beer that's already in the core range, or is it a totally new beer, specially brewed for?
It's a totally new, specially brewed for the occasion. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
It smells very, very good.
Does anybody want to venture a guess, just purely on nosing it, or are we just gonna take a sip first and then?
I do think it is an imperial stout.
Can you
With a
guys
lot-
can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can still.
Yeah. Okay. Just sorry. My video is being really choppy, so I'm not sure how well I'm coming through.
Yeah, you're coming through right.
Okay.
Yeah, sound is amazing.
Okay. Good. So you guys want to take a guess before we take a sip, or you want to take a sip first and then?
Do you guys also smell a hint of maple syrup, or am I wrong here?
Could be.
Yeah, could be.
Very mildly in the background.
Yeah.
Perhaps my nose is fooling me. I don't know. Let's get to the taste, guys. Or
Let's
Yeah.
taste this.
Let's go for it. Let's
Cheers,
taste
you
this.
guys.
Cheers, guys.
and cheers to the
George.
brewer.
Cheers.
Thank you,
Cheers,
George.
Cheers, George.
Oh,
Whoa.
more bitterness than expected.
Really? Yeah. So
All right.
this is going all over the place. This is going all over the place. This is
Starts really sweet, and the finish is so bitter.
Yeah.
Nice roasty toastiness.
Yeah.
Chocolate, sweet. Like Thomas
So-
said, goes all over the place.
oddly enough, it's a lot less nutty, hazelnutty on the palate than it is in the nose.
True.
There is still like a nutty vibe to it, but
Yeah.
a lot less than what you expect from the nose. You'd expect this to be like taking a scoopful of like Nutella, and it still has that vibe, but so much less than what I expected. And that's not a bad thing, because this is actually more, you know.
There's no maple syrup for me now.
In the front, it's very sweet chocolate, coffee. And
Yeah.
then if you, in the background, how do you say that? Yes, background.
Aftertaste.
Very
Yeah.
bitter. The alcohol is also more pronounced. Of how do you say it?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite
the
warming.
aftertaste, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like a sharp alcohol, but not sharp alcohol, but
No,
like
no.
warming, impactful.
yeah.
The first word that I want to use is gloopy. It's gloopy.
What?
Gloopy.
Gloopy. Okay.
Gloopy, like thick, and like you can almost, if you take a spoonful and you would tilt the spoon, it would drip off like
Yeah.
gloopy.
Yeah.
Look at the lacing, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not creamy, but it's thick, but not in a creamy way. But it has a good mouthfeel. And I'm still sticking with indeed the coffee component and still nutty flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one thing more, and I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna say one thing. Rum infused.
Rum infused.
Rum.
For some weird reason, I'm thinking this is like a rum. There's something here that screams. I'm not talking like an old barrel aged rum. I'm not talking about something that is like has spent 15 years in a barrel and then put in there. And I'm also not saying like a cheap supermarket dark rum, but I'm thinking there's something in here that says rum to me, like rum infused. So I'm gonna say this is so it's 11%. Cacao nibs, vanilla, hazelnut, rum infused Russian Imperial Stout.
All right, I'm taking notes. So whatever the beer isn't, I'll just make a beer next out of those.
Okay.
things.
Credit due to, and kegs delivered to. So
secretly,
No,
we are creating a new mystery beer for Moersleutel.
I can see.
You never
I can see
know.
I can see like George, but also one of the brothers watching this and going like, "Oh shit, taking notes." Like, "Oh, why did we never come up?" No, but that's what I'm saying. So I'm probably wrong, but that's what I'm saying.
But I do not think the Moersleutel infused some rum. I do think the Moersleutel only only does barrel-aged beers. So infused beers.
There's a
But
first time for everything.
but
Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
it could be
That's
for this
right.
occasion. But I'm second guessing. I don't think there's a barrel involved here. But
No.
can be my. I'm thinking more of a coffee stout with nuts,
You're not
perhaps
nuts.
some vanilla. That's why what I'm sticking to right now. I'm so glad that it has that bitter vibe.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, it couldn't be. It could be an imperial porter, perhaps.
Yeah, that also is a possibility.
Yeah, I don't know. We've drunk a lot of imperial stouts from the Moersleutel, but I
That's a
do
good
think
call.
this is, less thick than the normal imperial stout from Moersleutel.
Yeah.
So
That's a good call.
maybe
Yeah.
imperial porter.
Perhaps you're
That's a
right,
good-
Remy.
What do you think, Gerben?
To me, it also has kind of like referring to the. Don't know if you guys had that beer. Nowadays, it's called Coward from Omnipollo. It's kind of had that nutty vibe from it.
Yeah.
Which reminds me a bit of it. But like Remy says, the Imperial Porter call maybe
Baltic porter.
correct as well. Yeah.
That's an
It's
interesting one.
Yeah.
That's actually quite interesting. It does still have roast, but it has a little bit less roast than a stout.
Yeah.
That's a good call. But the thing is, though, it could be because if it is brewed with like maple syrup and it enhances the sweetness and you lose a little bit of the roastiness, it could still be a stout. It's a tricky one, but I understand what you're saying, Remy, because it does lack. It has a bitterness, it has a roastiness, but not as deep as you would expect from a Russian Imperial Stout.
No.
That's a good call. That's a very good call.
Or perhaps it's a black IPA, Gerben.
Oh, if this turns out to be if this is a black IPA, we all need to sort of just like stop reviewing beers, and that's it. That's the end of YouTube for all of us.
In that
That's
occasion,
what I said to the guys when I saw the ABV on the can. I hope it's going to be a quadruple black IPA, but no, it's not. It's not. I don't think
Maybe
it
in
is.
a month or
Yeah.
two. Maybe in a month or two. Just saying.
Oh,
Please, George, make a quadruple black IPA. You're gonna blow up the world.
oh yeah.
Oh, guys,
Yeah,
okay, so
Kevin.
Yeah.
If it is a double black IPA or something, then you must post this one on Saturday and Sunday, huh?
Yeah, I'll post it twice then.
he's gonna review it again. He's got a few cans left. So.
I got another can, so
Okay, guys, do we want to go clockwork? Like we start with Remy again and sort of go clockwork round and say what we think, and then George can deliver the final verdict. So Remy, you go ahead first.
Yeah. As I was saying, I do think it's an imperial porter brewed with nuts. I do think there's some vanilla vibe into it. I think that is it. I love this beer. It's pretty good. I love the taste of it. That's my verdict.
I will echo what Remy said, that I love this beer. I love the fact that this beer has our logo on it. That makes me really proud. I just want to say that just makes me really happy. I am going to go with. I know what Remy's saying, and the thing is, I agree with him, but I'm still going to say it's an Imperial Stout with maple syrup, vanilla, cacao nibs, hazelnuts, and I'm still going to say rum infused. I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to say rum infused. It has there's a sort of vibe to it. I'm getting a coconut vibe to it. I'm going to say coconut, by the way, but that could be because there's a roasty, toasty note to it, and some stouts get coconut for me, even though they don't have it. But I'm still going to say rum infused, and that's where I'm going to leave it.
Okay. I will say it's or a imperial stout with perhaps some extra coffee, maybe some cacao nibs, but there must be something nutty in it, I believe. And I don't think there's a barrel involved. So
Neither do
yeah,
I.
imperial stout with coffee, cacao nibs, and a nutty part. Yeah, that's it for
Okay.
me.
Okay. I think it's a pastry stout. Pretty nutty, some vanilla, and it's pastry stouts mainly are way too sweet for me, but I think it's one, and it's got also a nice roasty toasty backbone to it, but I'm still gonna stick with the pastry stout. So there you go.
Okay. George,
It's up to you, George.
give us our because we've been
Yes.
So let's go. So my 5 minutes of fame.
Yes.
First to start, so we do use styles on our labels for obvious reasons. When we say imperial stout, we have to say something on the label, otherwise that will be just confusing for the consumer. But personally, I don't like to design recipes according to style. I like to think more flavors and try to portray those flavors into a beer, which may not be a textbook style Russian Imperial Stout or Imperial Porter. So usually there's a bit of overlap between styles. So what is an
True.
Imperial Stout and an Imperial Porter may overlap at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I would categorize personally, I guess, the beer as an Imperial Porter as a base style, just to the fact that the beer has less roast than what we usually use in our Imperial Stouts. Be minded that internally we call the beer Imperial Stout nonetheless. Just, I guess, just a way of making communication easy. But personally, I would categorize the beer as an Imperial Porter
Okay.
because of the less prominent roasty character of the beer. So
Mm-hmm.
the nutty aspect mentioned throughout comes from the base malt used, which is mostly buckwheat. So
What?
the recipe came after the buckwheat odd grain series we brewed just recently.
I
And,
wish I had tried that yesterday because I was thinking about it and I didn't.
See, you should have, yeah.
Yeah.
So we brewed that beer, and then inspired by that recipe, we still had some leftover buckwheat, so we adjusted the recipe slightly to make an imperial porter, so less roast and a lot of buckwheat to get the nuttiness you guys are perceiving,
Wow.
and that's totally right. Then during the brewing process, we did use maple syrup
Hmm.
in it, and
I was so close.
and coconut flakes. Now,
Coconut. There is coconut. See,
there you go.
Yeah.
And those were the two adjuncts we used. Although usually when we brew some of these pastry forward stouts, they usually either have unfermentable sugar, no lactose anymore, and they want to portray the adjunct as the main role of the flavor. When it's chocolate, it has to be out there. But here we wanted to create more of a profile because the buckwheat beer, spoilers if you haven't drank the beer, but has a bit of a mocha-like vibe to it. And we really like that profile from that beer. So we thought, how can we enhance that profile to make it even more deep down mocha style flavor? And that was adjusting the bitterness to be more balancing the sweet aspect of maple and coconut. So the coconut was used to give a bit of the creaminess or the thickness as well, but it's not meant to be the star of the show and the main ingredient there. The same as the maple syrup, they're just giving depth to the mocha latte character the beer has. So that was the idea. After trying the buckwheat, how could we turn this into an interesting experience where people will be thinking, what am I drinking? Is this chocolate? Is this vanilla? Is this coconut? Is this maple syrup? Is this rum? Is this nutty? What is going on? And I think it's super funny to be here and see 4 different people having similar yet different opinions on the beer. So all of you said something right about the beer, but no one was able to get exactly what the beer was, and that's the experience too. And that's the funny thing about getting a beer without a label and going through the experience throughout the glass.
All I know is the fact is it has coconut in it, and I'm all for coconut. So the fact that a mystery beer, which involves the Dutch Beer Collective, has coconut in it makes me fucking stoked. So yeah, there we go. Oh man, I love the fact that this went everywhere, and we're all kind of right and all kind of wrong, and that's basically what mystery beer is about.
But is this the beer on the 3rd of December?
Yes,
Right.
that's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, I really want to ask now, what is the other one? But we can't because people are going to have to try that one later. And now I do.
I'm waiting for my box also, so don't spoil it.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, I can say it's an interesting experiment, the same as this one. That's what we're trying to get with these beers. Just not only a beer, but an experience where you discover the beer throughout the glass. As the beer warms up, flavors develop and all that, so you get to know the beer a bit better.
Great.
So I'm going to ask you the question, George. That's probably going to really not gonna like this question. But of the two mystery beers, without saying anything about the other one, which one do you prefer?
I would say the other one, and I will just leave this out there, just because it steps a little bit out of our comfort zone.
Okay.
And it was a nice challenge doing something that we usually don't do. While the style we drank today, it's something that we know how to do and that we do frequently. So we try always new ways to get these beers to the next level and to different experiences. But the other one was something different. So I hope you like it when you get to taste it.
So the other one is Imperial Madsen.
That's probably for next year
No.
calendar. I still need to earn my credits, I still need to earn my credits, and so they allow me to brew these weird beers. Step by step.
Spoilers, guys. The second mystery beer is an alcohol-free one.
Yeah.
That could also be the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I want to say I'm glad I have a few. I'm going to actually make a friend happy with Can, so that's going to be great. But I'm glad that I still have a few to try because this is phenomenal. This is not a beer that is. Sorry.
I really like this beer.
Yeah.
Me too.
Especially for the bitter flavors. I expected it to be more sweet.
Yeah. In the nose, it's pretty sweet, but in the aftertaste, you get a lot of bitterness.
I still that sort of drying. Bitterness. I love it, George. This was amazing, man. This has been a wild ride. The entire experience. Yeah, I love George. George is our friend.
Anytime, guys. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
But we just really want to thank you guys from the Moersleutel for doing this with us, inviting us over to your brewery, which was, honest to God, one of the best experiences I've had in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Not just want to thank George, we want to thank of course, the family Somerdijk. We want to thank Ferdy, we want to thank Charlotte.
Michiel.
We want to thank Michiel. We want to thank everybody for this. So it was a ride, and when Remy contacted us and went like, guys, I got a message. You're not gonna believe this.
Yeah.
We were all like, yeah, go fuck yourself, dude.
I didn't believe it.
You're lying.
When I get the message from Ferdy, I thought it was some kind of spam or something, and I was looked at his LinkedIn if he was working at the Moersleutel, and he was. So then I texted him back.
I get that, and here we are. Like what? Starting with this from the beginning of that message, we're like what? 3 months further
Yeah.
now, give or take.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
maybe even almost
Yeah.
4. I don't know, but that has been a wild ride, man.
We had a blast at the brewery. We were welcomed with open arms. Great people over there. We even learned something over there.
Yes, we did.
It was educational. It was educational, all right. And it was great just to hang out with my friends again, because we don't get to do that as much as we get. So
It was
that's
a long
awesome.
time no see.
Also true.
It's like Gerwin really like shaking the last drops, right? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
We need
That
everything
was,
out of it.
yeah, that was a good idea. There was still a little bit in there. Guys, go shake it off. But
So
does-
everyone who has the Advent calendar, they enjoyed this beer. I hope they enjoyed this beer.
I know they will.
I know they will.
Leave some comments. What do you think of the Advent calendar as far? It's only the third beer, of course, but leave comments. What do you think of this beer? Love to know.
And that
Yes,
they guessed
please.
it right.
Yes, let us know what
Good
you
one.
guys thought this beer was before you checked out the QR code, because we'd love to hear that. Does anybody have any final parting words that they would like to share with our viewers or with George?
Before we go, I have to give it a rating, like I always do in my videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I will rate this easily 4.25 out of 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good rating.
Yeah.
That's a good rating. Remy, do you want to give it a grade?
I do love it because I do think it's very important. George said it is, but yeah, I love it. Something else than a Imperial Stout. I want to rate it at a 4.5.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Evan?
I will give it a 4.25. I really love how complex the beer is, and it goes from really sweet to the nice bitterness at the back end. So yeah, 4.25.
Well, I'll just break convention for once. Well, I actually broke convention a couple of days ago for those who follow my Untapped. But
I saw it.
I don't do ratings on Untapped anymore. But for this one, I'll make an exception. Yeah, this is easily like let's say like a 410, 425 for me. I love it. It has the roasty bitterness in the back end. It has like this sort of drying quality to it. It's sweet. It's definitely sweet. But the coconut, the earthy notes from the maple syrup. Maple syrup is a complex sweetness for me, not just like sugary sweetness. It has so much depth to it. It's that gloopy, sticky quality on the palate. That nuttiness from the buckwheat malt. I really find that very impressive. You guys really did a great job there. For a second there, I thought Douglas was taking a swig out of a beer bottle, like you're drinking something else in between.
Just a drop of water.
This is nice. I like it. This is good stuff. This is really tasty. And again, I think that as a group, we can say that we're very proud to have our logo on this beer.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal. This is great. This is I don't think anybody here out of the 4 of us expected that when we started the YouTube channel
Never.
that this was going to be something. So yeah.
Well, I'm really happy you guys like the beer. I hope everyone watching and having the Advent calendar likes the beer, and hopefully we can keep on brewing some of these interesting beers and give more experiences, and not only whatever's on the label, but something more. Like beer is an experience, and that's what we try to capture on each beer. So glad to see the positive reactions today.
Yeah.
Thank you, George.
And let's hope it will stay like an ongoing series. Het
Should be
ondersleutel.
Looks like it. Looks like it from what we've heard.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're at about the point where I can do the end recording. Thank you, George, for taking time on this Wednesday evening out of your schedule to be here with us and talk about your creation.
No, it's a pleasure. It's what I do for a living, so
It's a big pleasure.
I have to make time for that kind of thing.
Make sure you write this out as overtime, right? We'll talk to Ferdy and Charlotte that's going to be a thing. We'll make it happen that this is overtime for you. I think you're supposed to get 200% pay for something like this, right?
Don't worry about that. I'm a brewer, you know. I don't even cut the minimum wage. It's fine.
Well, there we go. That's a little secret. I don't know. Gerben, you did the opening of the video. You want to do the closing of the video?
Yeah, sure.
Go for it.
So, guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to make to follow all of our channels on YouTube. Bier Holland almost opened, Beers with Douglas, and of course my channel as well. You will find links in the description box to our social media, our website, mrbeer.nl. Hopefully, you will also enjoy the rest of the Advent calendar from the Moorsleutel if you got it. I will be reviewing some of those beers on my YouTube channel. Well, so keep an eye for that. So that's about it for this review. Hopefully, we will see you again soon with another review.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And until the next time.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, George.
Bye. Time.